Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome to my last playthrough as the Moot, or Mootland here, guys. Having to end this simply because new DLC is coming out, will be out already. This is all pre-recorded, guys, so it's what I've had time to record. Thinking of where I'm going and how I'm doing. We're going to be planning on finishing up the war up here, getting this territory, trying to consolidate the empire a bit, and from there, well, that's it, guys. That is where we're going to be ending this playthrough. It's been a very interesting playthrough. They are an interesting faction, though they do seem to suffer end game, which is hardly surprising because they don't have really majorly solid end game units. But yeah. So our next plan of action, plan of attack, is to push further into their territory and push them out. And we'll finish them off, basically. I'm going to sneak these guys forwards a bit and encamp them here. They could push forwards. If they push forwards, I actually kind of want them to push forwards because I'm going to sit there in ambush stance. Hopefully they'll come at us and we'll get a nice ambush off. And we shall see. Yes, I'm potentially going to need those buffs versus greenskins because the mountains here have fallen. I may be persuaded if I have time. I may try and do another episode to try and capture some of the mountains which just disappeared from dwarf as the dwarves just disintegrated. But yeah, that's a maybe, guys. Don't expect me to do it. Because I've got to do multiple Grudge Bringers playthroughs and multiple Chaos Dwarfs playthroughs to bring them to satisfactory conclusions as well before I start. Before I do anything else, so before I start the new stuff. And obviously once I start the new stuff, you know, once I've installed that update, it breaks all the old mods, guys. So it's going to be a couple of 2 or 3 weeks before I can even start playing modded content again, and then it will be all new playthroughs. So feel free for suggestions for those new playthroughs, guys, by the way.
What does the Emperor bid? Now, to the provinces. I cannot comply. The Emperor nation to arms!
Wait for it. This is perfect. I could lightning strike and reduce my forces. Nope. Okay. So we are fighting on the outskirts of Essen with 2 of our armies versus their garrison and their force. Their force is a good force. They've got some good artillery there, which is probably the worrying thing. That's terrifying. I'm going to need to advance on them aggressively, but I'm also going to need to have time for my other forces to come in. We've got lots of decent anti-infantry here. They don't really have any anti-large, so I've taken most of my anti-large out of this force before. Obviously, we're going to soup them with my soup tank as much as possible. Mwah. I'm going to start back here where they can't actually really see me, guys, so yeah.
Sigma, call. Yes, General.
My tree man can sit in the middle of my front line.
Awaiting orders for the Emperor. For Heldenhammer!
And the soup tank can go there. Volspanker can go there. In with all the ranged. Okay. Oops, I did not mean to do that. You are definitely not ranged.
What do you bid?
And here comes the second force.
Yes, sir. Quickly. Yes, sir. Ready. Ready for war. No lingering.
My piggery, however you say it. And you guys can form another little line at the back. You guys can sit right off to the side because you give everybody goddamn negatives. I don't actually like them, but... And once they're in position, guys, we are going to advance hard and fast. This is not going to be a subtle push. It's going to be a slam into them as quickly as we can, actually, guys, because they will shred us if we don't. Wow, they are much bigger. My, Feastmaster exiles. Let's sneak up to the woods. We're going to use the woods to advance because obviously they've got all that lovely artillery. Lovely meteorite landing there. I love the maps. It's a gorgeous map, though we are lower than everything around us, which is a little weird. Advance! We are going to see them soon, and they are going to start shooting. Ooh! Okay, that's pretty good, actually, position-wise. Because they are... I was thinking they'd be further back from that, actually. And their artillery is not amazingly placed. Get onto that Hellblaster volley gun straight away. Right, you guys can rip this flank apart and try and start flanking. You guys just advance straight goddamn in.
By Ulrich's wrath! Dealers in death. Kill them all! Missiles will fly!
Ranged, just reform. Second infantry line. Second infantry line.
Sigmar commands! Go in your belly! Our weapons are yours! Take aim! At speed! Sigmar calls!
Pigotry, I want you out this side. I want you getting around and hitting their artillery. You guys can all start slamming down into here just to support everything.
Sir, no lingering!
You guys can start pushing straight around, but Tree can get in there.
For Heldenhammer! Fight them! Go!
Okay, advance this way because we've already crumbled this flank.
Take a position! Take the ground! Ready to
Pigotry can push through this gap here. You can slam into the back there. There we go.
By Ulrich's wrath! Sigmar guides us! Show us the flow!
Volspanker, get on there on Elsif von Draken. Throw a spell against her.
Sigmar calls!
Charge, my pig cavalry. My piglery.
Eager for battle! They are wavering!
Okay, this is going actually surprisingly well.
Speed!
Obviously they've still got their great swords in here who will be doing very well, but surrounded by brave halfling warriors and ogres and trees and yeah, and they're breaking.
Yes, sir! At
Advance! Just ignore him.
Merciless warriors. Dark elves.
Oh, they are actually Dark Elves. I hadn't realised that. Oh, and they're hybrid. I hadn't realised that
For the
either.
king.
Derp, derp.
Ready. For the emperor.
This is already over, guys. Wow. Oh, I didn't explode soup everywhere. There we go. I just love the fact that we explode soup everywhere with that. Nice! That was a solid victory, guys. I am very happy with that. Von Draken has fallen. Yeah. Good. We're getting there. Well on our way to what I wanted, how I wanted to end this, so... It's all about the food we've got. I imagine there are some amazing foods out there which do all sorts of other things like improve my damage and stuff, which would potentially make us more endgame, but it's knowing where they are and finding them, which I don't. Don't crash. Oh, and I've crashed, so I guess, guys, that is where we're leaving it. Sorry, I am going to be a bit annoying and leave it there, guys, because let's be honest, there was one more settlement to take and it wasn't going to be difficult. May get another episode dealing with the mountains, but we shall have to see. Anyway, guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this campaign, and thank you very much for watching. Cheers all.